All right, welcome. Welcome. My name is Lisa Holz, and I'm really excited to meet you here tonight. Whether you're tuning in live or whether you're catching the recording of this call, I really want to just say a deep, deep thank you for making the time and taking the time to learn about what we have to offer. You know, time is our most valuable resource, and we don't take that lightly. The person who invited you here really cares about you and your well-being, and we're really excited to share this solution that we found for so many things. And we'll share a little bit more about that as we go. I'll start with a little bit of my story. I grew up in the 80s and 90s with a lot of convenient food and struggled with my skin for most of my life. I had cystic acne in my teens and did 2 rounds of Accutane. I struggled with some anxiety and depression, kind of mild, but it was enough to impact my life, and always had digestive issues, bloating, gas, constipation, on and off. And it wasn't until my late 20s when I broke out with some eczema on my face that I was trying all sorts of different topical things. And I was, trying to make my way through it and get rid of that symptom when I found some information online about how what was happening inside my body and the food that I was eating might be related to stuff that was happening on my skin or with my skin. And so I ended up doing an elimination type diet at that time and really started to learn and dive into how we can use food as medicine to really support ourselves to thrive. I did pretty well for about a decade with that. And I had my first baby. When I became pregnant with my first baby, I started to tune really into the toxins in my life and the products that I was using in my home, the foods that I was eating, and really started to learn how to lower the toxic burden in my life and in my family's life, and really in an effort to bring this being into the world that was coming in so pure and keep it that way as much as I could. And she was born. We had a beautiful experience in her first few years. We also had a lot of stress. And as I was moving into the pregnancy with my second daughter, I was finding myself feeling incredibly depleted. My anxiety was through the roof. It had taken a long time to conceive what ended up to be my second daughter. And I felt like I was barely holding on to that pregnancy. My anxiety, like I said, was through the roof. Just kind of wondering, did I have what I needed to sustain and grow this life within me? And it was really a hard time. And it was at that time that someone shared Purium with me, and I brought the superfoods into my life. And I'm happy to say that throughout my pregnancy and through her birth, I just gradually felt stronger and healthier, and my anxiety totally mellowed out. And it was really, I had pretty minimal mood disturbance postpartum, which was a really, really great thing because I had definitely experienced some postpartum anxiety and depression more with my first pregnancy. And yeah, I've just been on this journey to continue learning how these products and their ability to release the toxins that are stored in our bodies and then really deeply nourish myself, how good I can feel. At this point, I'm on this journey long-term, and whoever invited you here is probably talking to you about a journey of 30 or 60 or 90 days. Many of us are on this journey well beyond that. And it's really had a profound impact in my life. I collaborated with 5 other women who are co-facilitating this group that we're here to talk about tonight, called the Spring Break Take a Vacation from Toxins. And we are all, for different reasons and for the different experiences that we've had, really passionate about sharing this specific protocol and all of the resources and information that we're sharing within this group to help relieve and lower the toxic burden that we are experiencing in our daily lives. We live, unfortunately, during a time when the toxic burden and our world in general is kind of over toxic and undernourished. Our soil, because of the way that we've been farming for the past few generations, has become depleted of many of the nutrients and minerals that it once had. And again, the toxins that we use to what we think of as grow more food, or what we've been told will grow more food and make more of it accessible to the public. Unfortunately, a lot of those toxins, and one called glyphosate specifically, that we'll be talking a little bit more about in a little while, has entered pretty much all of our life. It's pervasive because it's water soluble, and it's gotten into our water supply, our air supply. It's found in mother's breast milk and umbilical cords, and in close to all of the population at this point. So luckily, the founder of our company saw this coming when he was watching the use of glyphosate specifically kind of explode in the 90s. He saw this coming, and he developed a solution to help remove and our bodies to release that from our systems. And before I get too far into that, I'm going to invite my dear friend, Amy, to come and share her story around these products and how they've impacted her life. And then before I come back, she's also going to break down a little bit, give you the details around the products that we're working with in this protocol, which is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And we're including the immune support that we offer because it's such a potent time to support our immune systems. And it really felt like the most relevant thing to do in these unprecedented times that we're moving through. So I'll invite you on, Amy. I just am so grateful that you're here, and your journey has been amazing to witness, and just where you were health-wise when I first met you a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago, however long it was, and where you are now is just incredible. I've loved seeing your journey and how active you've become. So come on in and share a little bit of your story. I'm excited to hear about the products as well.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you for having me. I love being in this community and this journey with this really strong community of everyone just sharing and growing from each other. So my healing journey, I've been dealing with pretty severe depression and anxiety since the age of 13 in high school. I also started having migraines and just aches and pains. I was going to like physical therapy, chiropractic care when no one else was, like just from sitting at a desk, like very random things were happening in my early 20s. About 10 years ago, I was finally diagnosed by a doctor with fibromyalgia. And at that point, it was pretty severe and it got worse. They had me on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs, but I was so sensitive. I had to have special clothes without any kind of seams, like this necklace would probably be irritating me. I had special shoes. I had neuropathy really bad. Like walking was a difficult thing for me, and I barely had restful sleep. My anxiety and depression were all through the roof. And I got to a point where I was wanting to figure out what was actually fibromyalgia and what were the side effects of all the drugs that I was on by these 3 different doctors. And that was a scary moment in time because the doctors actually dropped me. I wanted to use medical cannabis to wean off, and they didn't want to work with me if I didn't want to be on their Western medicine. So I had to kind of figure out this holistic path on my own, because the drugs that I were on were giving me suicidal thoughts, and I knew I had to make a decision to either live or I didn't want to anymore. So I really chose to live, and I was on that journey alone for a while, for a couple of years, using cannabis, and I used kratom, another plant medicine, and CBD, and I was okay. I was like at a level of like 5, and still I was trying other things and really calling something else in. I knew there had to be something else, but about August of 2020, my friend called me and told me that she was trying this protocol, this 30-day program, and she had already gotten off of benzos and some pain medication that she had been on, and I just heard this difference in her voice, and I was like, okay, I have to try this, like sign me up. So my partner at the time, him and I and a couple other friends, we all did it together, which is so fun that you're here doing this in community, because it's awesome to do it in community with someone else. By day 3, I didn't need any cannabis. I didn't need the kratom, and I didn't have any side effects getting off of the kratom. And I previously had severe withdrawals from that. CBD didn't seem really necessary. A week in, I was dreaming again. Didn't have to use any muscle relaxers. That was like the last pharmaceutical I was on. I was able to get off of that. What else? And my anxiety and depression really was like diminished. I didn't have anything. And by the end of my first 30 days, I had lost a little bit of weight, a lot of weight, and stuff that I was hanging on to from being on pharmaceuticals previously. I didn't really try to lose any weight, but my body just really felt like this homeostasis of where it naturally should be. And my pain levels were at like a 1 to 0, and I was sleeping through the night without any kind of cannabis, anything. So just being on Purium, it was really amazing to see. So I've had an amazing transformation. 90 days in, I really started seeing like how sustainable this was, and my strength was growing and growing and growing. So I've been on this for about 21 months. This winter, I was actually skiing. I skied 41 days this season. And it's just something I never, ever thought was possible when walking was hard, like to be skiing like at an athlete level. It was just profound. So my transformation has been amazing. It's why I love helping others through this now, because it's just so powerful. So when I started, I didn't know anything about organic eating, how important that was, what glyphosate was, or anything like that. So learning about these products and how they work was really cool. That's why I'd like to love to keep learning. So I'll go through some of the products with you. So in the morning, what you're going to be doing first would be using the Super Amino 23. These are vegan protein. They are amino acids, so they're the building block of protein. And each capsule is about 5 to 10 grams of protein. You take them first thing in the morning because they're going to be breaking up your lymphatic waste that accumulated from your night's sleep. You wait about 25 minutes. They're called Super Amino 23 because they actually absorb into your bloodstream in 23 minutes. So they're like the purest form of protein. They burn fat. They give you so much energy in the day. They're amazing. They actually help with your skin elasticity too. About 23 minutes when you're about hungry for your first meal, then you would go ahead and have your Biometic, which is the gut support. This is an amazing blend of herbs that is the only one clinically proven on the market that we have at Purium, that removes glyphosate, gently binds to glyphosate, heavy metals, toxins, slowly is able to pull those out and repopulates your gut with pre and probiotic at the same time. So glyphosate actually causes a lot of inflammation in the body. So this was really key to my healing because I was just inflamed everywhere. So using Biometic regularly keeps my body pain-free. I love this stuff. It's amazing. So you're going to use 2 in the morning and then take your Power Shake. Your Power Shake is the green shake. It's 96% of your nutrients, micro and macro. It's like drinking 6 superfood salads at once. Delicious, delicious. So you're going to do those 3 components at night. And if this is your first time, you probably do the simplified schedule. So you'll just do another round of nutrients at night, another round of aminos, Biometic, and Power Shake. And then we're adding in the immune support. So that's the Zinc Aid. The Zinc Aid is amazing. It's a proprietary blend of zinc, C, D, A, and E, and that's from whole fruits. So unlike any zinc that you get at the grocery store or drugstore, We have one that is created from whole foods. So they're not isolates. Our body assimilates them so much better. So we have that. And then at night, we're going to be using the apothecary. The apothecary is an anti-inflammatory. It creates natural melatonin in your body. Unlike any kind of melatonin you get over the counter that's an isolate, that isolate will actually inhibit your body from making its own melatonin, while tart cherry juice helps your body create natural melatonin. So you can take this every single day. You don't build up a tolerance or anything. It's really beautiful. It's also it is the highest antioxidant fruit you can take. So it's amazing. You might have like really vivid dreams, but you will wake up rested. Like I have friends that use this that didn't even need a coffee replacement because you're sleeping so well that you wake up refreshed. It's beautiful. And that's about all on the products. Lisa?
Yeah, beautiful. I will just add in one piece, which is the for 10 days, you would be adding in, I'm sorry, I'm trying to block the light here. The sunset's getting pretty low and it's kind of harsh. You would add in what's called the super cleanser, and that's just for deeper colon cleanse. It helps eliminate parasites or any other kind of microbial overgrowth that could be causing issues in the digestive system. Let's see, we will, as Amy mentioned, there are a few different ways, different schedules that you can select to move through the first 30 days. And you can speak with the person who brought you here or invited you here to figure out which would work best for you. Most people do start with a simple schedule that she mentioned. We also will most often recommend that you sign up for what's called Smart Order. And that's because it's really the best way for us to support you to stay consistent in this transformation. Like I said, many of you will move on and do 60, 90, or even more days in this journey. And by setting up your Smart Order, you will automatically have the nutrients shipped to your house. You will double what's called rewards points so that you can earn money off future orders more quickly. And overall, it's just it's a powerful way to support yourself and for us to support you to stay consistent. It takes at least 60 something days. I think I saw the average is about 66 days to create a new habit. And we really are holding space here for there to be a transformation in your lifestyle. And especially with this group in which we are offering so much more information around the toxins in our everyday lives and reducing that toxic burden, it takes some time to make those shifts and like integrate that information. So I will say too that there are a couple different ways that will support you. You'll always have the support of the person who invited you here. And we have a really incredible container. We're lucky to have the support of a group of regenerative detoxification specialists. They've created an app that has a wealth of knowledge and resources around the detoxification process and how to best support your body through that in a gentle way as we get to the deeper and deeper layers that we're releasing. They also have a weekly question and answer call that's live. You can hop on there and ask any specific questions you have regarding your own journey personally. And we, in this case, are holding this other container via a WhatsApp chat thread. And that's where we are offering kind of the ongoing support and celebration and checking in with each other, holding each other accountable and celebrating our wins. And that's also where we are incorporating a lot of the information that we've collected over the years around what the toxins are that we're being exposed to on a daily basis, how they're hidden, the products that they're hidden in, how we're getting it through our food, even if we're doing our best to eat organic and yeah, keep it clean, so to speak. So it's a really beautiful, comprehensive and powerful container for you to take this wherever you'd like. We're here to help you meet your goals and to meet your needs. And I will add too that in addition to this protocol of the ultimate lifestyle transformation plus the immune, we have a full line of other products that you can really use to fine tune and support your specific scenario. You can tune into other specific systems around the heart or the brain or anything else that you have going on. We have something to fine tune it. It's a really comprehensive apothecary that we have to select from, and we're here to help you figure out what will support you best. I would love to invite anyone who's here live on the call for the first time to drop an 8 in the comments. Oh, okay. We're going to skip that part. Okay, perfect. So I will just at this point invite you to get back to the person who invited you here. Like I said, they care deeply about you, and we're here to support you. We are all on this collective mission to end unnecessary human suffering on the planet, and we have some really powerful tools and protocols to support people to move out of their suffering. We will offer, and whoever invited you here has a gift card code to share with you that will save you about 25% on your order. And I did forget to mention regarding the smart order that by ordering or having the smart order on file, you'll maintain that 25% off as a loyal customer. So that's another perk of having a smart order on file. And yeah, it's super simple to get signed up and plugged in to all that we have to offer here. We're excited and grateful again for you taking the time to hear what we have to say and hear what we have to offer. And unless you have any last words to add, I'm going to put you on the spot here, actually, Amy, if you don't mind hopping on one more time and just sharing, if someone's listening to this and they're kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it. If you had any advice in that scenario of like someone checking out for the first time, if you have any advice for what you might say to them.
I would say that this is just so important, that your health is worth it, that you're worth it. You're worth investing in. And there's no better time to start. I've had clients that want to put this off until a future date and a future date. And really, like, this is just food. This is just adding in really beyond organic food that doesn't compare to anything you can get at the grocery store. Even if you're eating organic, just the soil quality of the Power Shake and what we're providing, this is just, you're just so deeply nourishing, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It's like, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more vibrance, and just do it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I will add to my own journey too, that especially postpartum, this and during the shutdown of the world, this protocol and these foods were so important in keeping my energy up, sleeping well, kind of just maintaining as we all moved into that space of holding more than we typically are asked to hold. So yeah, thanks so much for being on tonight, Amy, and sharing your story. It's such a powerful journey that you've had. And thank you everyone else again for your time. Just get back to the person who invited you here and they can give you more information or set you up with your discount code to get started. We'll look forward to meeting you in the group. Have a beautiful evening.